Almost 6 months after the conclusion of the general elections, first meetings of the parliamentary thematic committees were held today. While the meetings discussed the jurisdictions of the committees, voices were also raised regarding investigations into the fake Bhutanese refugee scam, of which new disclosures have surfaced. Good evening, I'm Sarah Sapsanama. Let's begin with the headlines of the hour. Supreme Court upheld life imprisonment on Resham Chaudhary, 2 of the perpetrators acquitted, while the sentence for 1 reduced. More details surfaced in the fake Bhutanese refugee case. Secretary Pandey alleged of making fake lists of over 1,000 refugees. Police get hands on a letter issued by former Secretary Rai. Economic growth of Bagmati province disappointing as wholesale and retail sectors shrink. Gandaki province expected to record a growth of 3.3%. And Three-Star fails to produce a win in the 7th consecutive match at the Marty's Memorial 8 Division League, settling for a 1-1 draw with 3-1 Army. Police escape relegation zone with a 1-0 win over APF. The Supreme Court has upheld the decision of Kailali District Court and Dipayal High Court, which had slapped life sentence to Resham Chaudhary over his involvement in the Tikapur massacre. The Supreme Court, in its final hearing today, upheld the verdict of the District and High Courts. The joint bench of Supreme Court Justices Ananda Mohan Bhattarai and Nahakul Subedi upheld the verdict of life sentence to Chaudhary. The Apex Court has meanwhile reduced the jail term of Lakshman Tharu to 3 years from 5. Meanwhile, Sitaram Chaudhary and Gangaram Chaudhary have been acquitted. The Supreme Court upheld the decision of the lower court, which had ordered life imprisonment to Harinaran Chaudhary, Shravan Chaudhary, Ramkumar Katharia and Pradeep Chaudhary. 8 security personnel, including Senior Superintendent of Police Lakshman Nepane and a boy, were killed in the massacre during the protest for Tharuhat province after the demarcation of provinces on 24th of August 2015. Kailali District Court had slapped life sentence on 11 individuals, including Resham Chaudhary, on the 24th of February 2019 when he was on the run. Chaudhary had filed his candidacy for the election of Lower House in 2017 and had won while he was still absconding. 13 months later, he had taken the oath of office and secrecy from police custody. On 18th of December 2020, the High Court Dipayal upheld the life sentence on 8 individuals, including Resham Chaudhary. Chaudhary had then moved the Supreme Court against the verdict of the Kailali District Court and the High Court in 24th of February 2021. The entity formed under his leadership, Nagarik Unmukti Party, is currently in the government. Now, the Supreme Court has issued an interim order barring the government from implementing the Cabinet's decision to provide money to Maoist combatants. A single bench of Justice Kumar Regme issued the interim order as hearing took place on the writ filed by Advocate Gyanendra Aran, among others, directing not to implement the government policy. The Supreme Court has also issued a show cause notice on the government. Writ petitioners and government representatives have been summoned for a hearing scheduled for 22nd of May. More disclosures have been made as the investigation on the fake Bhutanese refugee scam nears its final stage. The latest report has revealed that fake details of 1,017 individuals had been forged. Apart from the initial 429 fake Bhutanese refugees enlisted by the Ministry of Home Affairs, a list of additional 1,017 forged identities prepared by the mediators have been revealed. The Ministry of Home Affairs had corresponded with the District Administration Office for certification after it found errors in the 429 forged identities verified by the joint team of Nepal and UNHCR. However, former Secretary of the Home Ministry, Teknaran Pandey, had directed for the inclusion of those that had been missing in the list. Sources of the Ministry of Home Affairs say that none of those among 1,017 individuals were actual Bhutanese refugees. The names verified by UNHCR have been included in the list of 429 forged identities. Police on Monday this week had interrogated various officials of the Ministry of Home Affairs and former Secretary Teknaran Pandey, who has admitted of his involvement in the scam. Furthermore, the investigation has revealed that Pandey had provided the original report prepared by Balkrishna Panthi to the mediators. The ministry has made preparations to submit to the police the report by former Secretary Prem Kumar Rai regarding the formation of the working committee. Now, in our Public Voice segment, today we've asked people in several provinces what role can lawmakers play in preventing corruption and maintaining good governance. Let's take a look at what they had to say.
Public Voice.
भ्रष्टाचार भइहाले पनि यी कुराहरु चाहिँ अब संसदीय दलमा उठ्नु पर्यो।
भ्रष्टाचार गरिरहेको मान्छेलाई कारबाहीको दायरामा ल्याउने र कारबाही चाहिँ पूर्ण रूपमा हुनुपर्छ।
उहाँहरु भ्रष्टाचार मुक्त हुनु पर्यो र संसदीय दलमा पनि उहाँहरुले भ्रष्टाचार निर्मूल गर्नका निमित्त सुरु गर्नु पर्यो।
कानुनको प्रक्रिया चाहिँ अलिकति दरसँग गर्ने हो भने यो चाहिँ क्रमशः घट्दै जान्छ।
इमानदार र ऐन कानुनलाई कागजमा मात्र नभई सीमित उहाँहरुले व्यवहारमा पनि लागू गर्नुपर्छ।
Honesty, dedication, transparency हर क्षेत्रमा हुनु पर्यो।
आफ्नो पराय नभनिकन भ्रष्टाचारलाई कारबाही गर्नुपर्छ भनेर एउटै आवाज उठाउनुपर्छ संसदमा। कुनै मान्छेले पनि भ्रष्टाचार गर्ने हिम्मत नगरोस् त्यस्तो खाले कानुन बनाउनु पर्छ।
भ्रष्टाचार विरुद्ध चाहिँ एकदमै कडा नियम लागू गर्नु पर्यो।
कानुन बनाउँदाखेरि यो भ्रष्टाचारलाई न्यूनीकरण गर्न सकिन्छ, भ्रष्टाचारीहरूलाई कारबाही गर्न सकिन्छ भन्ने बारेमा संसदीय समितिले पनि सोध्नु पर्यो।
Bagmati province is projected to record the lowest economic growth in the ongoing fiscal year. The highest contribution to the province's GDP has been from the service sector. However, the reduction in wholesale and retail sector has affected its overall growth. Based on a report released by the National Statistics Office today, the province is expected to record an economic growth of 1.4%, which was expected to be 6.3%. The federal government had estimated the province's growth would be 1.8% through its report released recently. Gandaki province, meanwhile, is expected to make the highest 3.3% growth in the ongoing fiscal year. Karnali is expected to record a growth of 1.9%, Sudur Paschim 1.8%, Koshi 2%, Madhesh 1.7% and Lumbini 2.1%. The highest contribution to the country's economy, however, is from Bagmati province at 37%. Karnali has the lowest contribution at 4%. Now, while the country's per capita income is $1,399, Bagmati has the highest per capita income at $2,455. The lowest per capita income is in Madhesh province at $875. Karnali has the second lowest per capita income. It's time now for our segment Public Pulse, where you text us with your opinion.
Public Pulse.
But before today's question, let's take a look at the results from yesterday's poll. Yesterday, we'd asked you what should be done to address the issue of malnutrition in Karnali province. 53% voted for option A, improve access to food, 39% for B, promote local production, and 8% for C, awareness campaign. Here's today's question. What should be done to financially strengthen the provinces? Your options are A, emphasis on industrialization, B, modernization of agriculture, and C, autonomy on resources. The voting is on. Type in EWS, select your option A, B or C and send it to 34001 to share your opinion with us.
Sports News.
Church Boys United have returned to the top of the Martyrs Memorial A Division League, defeating Sadobata Youth Club 1-0 at the ongoing tournament. In the match held in Dasrat Stadium, the two sides played a goalless first half. Church Boys broke the deadlock in the 63rd minute as Suas Gurung found the net using a pass by Anjan Bista. Gurung's goal became decisive in Church Boys' win. The club now have 33 points from 18 matches. Jaunakil have 31 points from 18 matches. Sadobata, meanwhile, have dropped to the 5th position with 26 points so far. The 19th round matches of the league begins from next Thursday. Former champions 3-Star have been winless for 7th consecutive match at the A Division League, playing a 1-1 draw with 3-1 Army in the match held today. Both the sides struggled to produce chances in the first half, failing to find the net. Lakin Limbu gave 3-Star the much-needed breakthrough in the 69th minute. Army had the chance to equalize in the 73rd minute, however failed to make use of it. 3-Star were close to bagging 3 points for the first time in 5 matches. However, Army found the equalizer towards the fag end of the match as the ball deflected from defender Mahendra Karki. Following today's draw, 3-Star have 26 points from 18 matches and are at the 4th position of the points table. Army have 25 points and are in the 6th place. In another 8-division league match, Nepal Police chalked out a 1-0 win over APF to leave the relegation zone. In the match held in Chasel ground, Moses Giba Tum scored the decisive goal in the 62nd minute through a free kick. Police with the win climbed to the 10th position with 22 points. APF is in the 11th position. Up next is the weather update. Is all for the moment. Thank you for watching. Good night.